I hate medics. They suck in Team Fortress and they suck here. No pansy actually needs healing. Now, believe it or not, you can, while you're in this third-person mode, if you press the right stick, you can move in if you're good with Resident Evil 4 controls, the good old-fashioned over-the-shoulder. And here's something new. They're not using the turrets. And he doesn't have his gun out. Why would you not have your gun out in this type of war zone? Conker! Think! Think, my friend! Luckily, one Teddy easily killed. And I can't remember if you have to immediately go in the turret and it starts, or something else. It's not letting me in, so I guess... Actually, I want to see what's up here, because they took out the rope because you don't need to kill the turret guy. Can I actually get up here? Oh! Oh! Okay, is there anything up here? Nope. So let's go over by the door, just so they can tell us that Teddies are coming through. And now Conker gets that lovely revelation that I should use the turret. You didn't have to change this at all, Rare. Come on, man. Oh, and by the way, I will be using music for this too, because there's a lot more Teddies to kill. Cue that funky music, white boy. Good old American music by a true American hero. Love that song. Anyway, plenty of dead Teddies. They managed to get a couple hits on me, but I'll show them. And that is exactly the same from Bad Fur Day. Good job keeping with continuity, guys. I guess. And Blackwall. Cutscene. Well, here's a couple little things. Actually tied up more soldiers. Oh, they are trying to turn them into the Nazis. Why? Why would you try to associate yourself with another World War II shooter? You're better than this, Rare. Come on. Not everyone needs a World War II shooter. You didn't need to make it gritty and realistic. These are teddy bears with Nazi paraphernalia, for Christ's sake. Where the realism is through the roof already. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the Bad Fur Day video, but if you listen closely after they're done shooting, you clearly hear the Teddy say, "Motherfucker. Motherfucker." Yeah, so they're allowed to say it, just as long as it's in a weird gibberish language that nobody else can figure out. And that Grenadier took a lot more bullets than it should. These guys are taking way too many bullets. Come on, guys. Die like normal Teddies. Whoa, where'd you come from? Get out of here. See, look how many bullets that guy took. Man's a trooper. More of a warrior than Steve. For those of you who got that, round of applause. Hello, Rodent. You dork. I don't want you to be here, Rodent. I don't want to escort you. I don't want to hide behind your very sturdy armor, which you could just as easily give to me. I do find it kind of funny what actually does happen to Rodent later on. But I won't spoil it, because it's actually going to happen in the next part, which is the end of war. Oh my gosh, we got through my worst chapter in record time. I actually do like they actually have the G7224 actually engraved on his chest. That's a nice little detail. And if you actually look closely, his name is on his helmet too. Rodent. Just small little details. I love the graphics here. Sometimes they mess up, but, you know, whatever. But just the little details. I love little details. It's so nice. Speaking of little details, you're not going to see this until a while. Probably after this project. But there's something called a soak test in this game. Basically, it's debug mode. Quote-unquote debug mode, where you get to figure out what happens in the game. You get to play developer for a little while. It's really annoying in this game because it's plagued by loading screens aplenty. And speaking of plague, Rodent has suddenly become retarded in his transition from N64 to Xbox. Basically, when you move, he will sit there and look for imaginary butterflies. So he won't follow you half the time. So basically, your best strategy is to walk backwards and just listen for the bombs. And by the way, we're speeding this up. God, I hate you, Rodent. That took twice as long. And I've actually had a situation where he didn't follow me. A spider mine came up, so I ran over to find him. I had to go all the way back to the beginning. Spider mine in hot pursuit. I got behind him. He didn't realize there was a mine following me. He and I exploded, and we fell on top of a on top of a hill that was outside of the game's barrier. It was so weird. Because as soon as I got on there, Rodent fell through and was gone, and I, like, got flung up into the air, fell down, and died. It was really weird. So anyway, here, the rocket launcher acts like a real rocket launcher, I guess. It takes a few more to actually shoot another rocket, which makes this part a lot more, you know, stressful. But anyway, while doing research on the soak test, I'm sorry to switch back to a story that I had previously apparently ended, but the soak test. That first part where you had to do the electric eel when you first get into war. When you first have to use the electric eel and it's gone in Live and Reloaded. If you do the soak test and it flips through all the chapters' names, like you get to see what the developers named each little section, that part is still labeled electric eel. Which means they were going to keep it, but then decided against it for some odd reason. It was so weird. It was mind-blowing to me. It's also really funny that the chapter with the bull, where you first meet him, is called Bullshitter's Place, or something like that. So they can curse in their text, why can't they curse in real life? Nah. You know, whatever. I just really want to make it through this door so I don't die again. And Rodent, way to hightail it. And as soon as you get there, teddies will come out of the fortress and try to get you, but luckily we're faster. Loading screen.
At least there's no teddies in here.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, a tank. Now that may come in handy.
Yes, the tank to end all tanks. Oh, really? I don't really care.
What do you got one? Maybe.
Ah, God, I hate this guy. I just wanted to die. And you have to bring in this character right at the end. Like, we're almost done with the game. There should only be, like, 3 more videos. And then we're done. And you bring in this really annoying character right at the end. I mean, you had your audience by the balls in going into this game. You had humor. You had places a gamer has never gone before. Which, by the way, developers, chances are you're not listening. But this is a good thing. If you take your player to a place they have never been before, you have them. Loading screen. Which is also really annoying. Now, I thought I could shoot these spider mines, but sadly no. I don't want it to be that easy. So doing the halfway thing, definitely worth it. Even though it takes them to explode and they bleed! Did you see that? Spider Mine was bleeding! Why would you add blood to that? It's a mine! It has no bodily fluids, you idiots! Quit adding blood to shit. Yeah, it's more mature. But you don't add blood to something like that, you dumb shit. Alright, Acid's going a lot slower because they don't think we can do it if we have to go backwards. Also, another tip for developers. If the original game had missiles that didn't arc, when you remake it, don't make the missiles arc. Because that's annoying. When you're trying to make trick shots, which you will see later, in the next video actually, where the tank is necessary, making trick shots is so much harder. And especially hitting these little teddies that are throwing grenades. Makes it so much more difficult. Just don't do that next time. Don't. See, that should have blown up. Come on. Work with me here. Okay, check this out. Oh, thanks, invisible wall. Now I can't finish it quicker because you don't want to let me through? Come on. Come on, please. Even right here. I bet you anything I can't hit it. And you'll never know. Ha ha! The power of cutting video. And no, I couldn't shoot it from there. It was really weird. There was a giant invisible wall. Very annoying, but here we go. Next time on Conker's Bad Fur Day, we are taking down the boss of the war chapter. And we're almost done with the game. So close I can taste it. See you next time.